Hi, kindergartners. So today in math, we had our goldfish and we sorted and we organized and we figured out how many red, green, orange, and yellow we had. And we all have a different amount because our bags all had a different amount of each type of goldfish. Today now for math, we're going to use them for math. So we're going to do some adding problems together. So what I want us to do first is I want you to make sure you have your goldfish sheet. Make sure you have your goldfish sorted again in each pile. If you haven't written already, we should have done this part in class because we're going to be grabbing from this mat to pick out our problem. So if you need to pause to set up your paper again, do that and then come on back. All right, so I am going to grab two different colors because for adding, remember, we need two parts. So I'm going to grab a small handful of yellow. So you guys grab a small handful of yellow. And I'm going to grab just a little bit of green. So you guys grab a little bit of yellow and a little bit of green. And now I have to put these into an adding problem. So you have to figure out what strategy you're going to use. I'm going to go grab my adding mat. And I'm going to put my counters, all my goldfish are there. And I'm going to figure out how many green I grabbed. Your amount of green might be different. So I only grabbed 1, 2, 3, 4 green. And how many yellows did I grab? I'm going to organize them real quick. Ooh, I think I grabbed 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, this is going to be a hard problem. So I grabbed 4 green and 10 yellow. Now, I could stay with my adding mat and I could use the strategy of counters. Or we've learned other strategies. You could draw pictures. So if I wanted, I could take my fish. I'm gonna do little triangles. I need one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I gotta draw these. So if I have my other marker, you guys have your other marker. I might just do the green ones. I'm gonna do them as dots. So I could draw pictures to add. So you could use the counters themselves. That's a strategy. We know how to use counters. I could draw pictures to solve my problem. I could use a 10 frame. I have my double 10 frame here. I could take them and I could put these counters in my 10 frame. That's a strategy I could use. We started learning that strategy last week. And then I could figure out how many. Or we all have double 10 frames. I could even draw pictures. Could do my 2 colors. I have 10 of the yellow and 4 of the green. So you choose a strategy. You can also turn over your board and do it in part whole. But your job is to solve it. So once you've grabbed a handful of the green and a handful of the yellow, it's now your job to solve that adding problem, choosing a strategy we've learned. We've learned to use counters. We've learned to use a 10 frame. We've learned part whole. We've learned to draw pictures. Using your fingers in the number line, probably shouldn't use those today, especially since we have the goldfish themselves. So your job is to solve this problem. If I go back to my 10 frame, I'm going to solve it really quick. And this is why we learn a 10 frame. I see 10 and 4 more. So 10, 4 plus 10 is 14. My brain saw it really fast because it saw 10 and 4 more on the bottom. So I know that's 14. My brain stupidized that really fast. 4 plus 10 equals 14. 4 and 10 makes 14. So now, kindergartners, what I want you to do when I'm done with this problem, I'm going to put my yellow back on yellow. I'm going to put my green back on green. And now your job is going to be to do 4 more problems on your own. So you can choose some orange and some yellow and do that problem. Pick a strategy and solve it. You could pick some red and some green. Do that adding problem, pick a strategy. And once you're done that 4 times, I want you to pick one of them to take a video and walk us through your math thinking. So if this was my 4th time, maybe I'm going to have some red and some orange. So now I would pick a strategy and I would take a video and walk us through your math thinking to solve this adding problem. So have fun using your goldfish as your way to add today and choose a strategy. We want to see your videos of your math thinking. One problem, do a video for us.
And Miss O, when they're all done and they made a video, then can they eat their math counters?
Then you can eat your math counters. They're your treat to have.
Only if you make your video.
And only if your grown-up says you can.